No. Nah. I managed to hold on. It's been almost a year since I did my very first FTP test as a complete beginner who bought his very first bike. Now, I'm still a beginner, but I'm learning and enjoying my own beginner journey. And since I'm back on the indoor trainer, I thought that today I'm gonna do another FTP test to see if I've improved or not and if I will feel any difference. And side note to fellow beginners, FTP stands for Functional Threshold Power, which is like a cycling fitness score, we can say. And for the context, I haven't been doing any specific training, as during this first year I was just getting into cycling, learning how to ride outdoors and then try to push it on some rides. But as you can imagine, it was far from structured workouts or anything like that. And also for the first half of the year, I was training for a Midnight Sun Marathon in Tromsø, Norway, which by the way was absolutely epic experience, and I will link the video somewhere over here for sure. But with that being said, there wasn't much space for cycling training, as at that time my top priority was the marathon race. Anyway, today I'm planning to do FTP ramp test at ROUVY, and I know it would be probably better, maybe far better, to do a full 20 minutes FTP test, and that is probably something I'm gonna do in upcoming weeks. But I want to do a ramp test today because that is the test I did last year, and I want to use it as kind of a benchmark test for me and to see a comparison where I was back then and where I'm at now, and if I will feel any difference on the bike during the test and maybe even afterwards. And the ramp test I did 1 year ago, as I mentioned, I managed to get like 225 FTP, which I think was way too much and overestimated. So we will see how that will go today, what I got in my legs for today. And I'm not expecting any big improvements, if any, because as I mentioned, I haven't been doing any specific training or workouts when it comes to cycling. So I'm not doing this FTP test to see or to expect some big, crazy FTP number, because I wouldn't be even afraid if it would be lower. So that is probably all the context you might need, and which I wanted to flag out before I will hop on the bike. But now let's prepare everything and let's do it. So as you can see, I'm almost ready. Now the final part is to project ROUVY from my laptop also on the TV, so I have a better experience. And also maybe just a quick note that we did this restructuralization upgrade of our living room with EVA. So that is actually still new and I'm still getting used to it, but it's super cool and very nice experience to be riding on the bike and watching ROUVY on the TV screen, or sometimes I have ROUVY on my laptop and some YouTube video in the background. It depends on my mood, on the type of route I choose, and so on and so forth. And also we can ride together with Eva, as you could have probably seen her bike next to mine, and she's getting into indoor cycling as well. So that is just a short information about the upgrade we did. And now hopping on the bike and let's do it. So let's get into it. Alright, so I'm already at the ROUVY main menu, and I'm gonna go here to the workouts, where we should be able to find the FTP test. And there's plenty of workouts actually, so there's somewhere search here, search workouts and ramp test. Yeah, there are actually two of them. This is the ramp test slide. That is exactly the ramp test I did last year, which I was mentioning. And here is the classic ramp test, which Basically the difference, as far as I know, is basically that this light version, there's some watt level where the test ends. So you can actually like finish it. That shouldn't be the case for you during the ramp test. So that's why I'm gonna do the classic ramp test, I should say, where basically you finish where you like pass out, or not pass out, but that you can't go further anymore. So that is exactly what am I going to do, unfortunately. So yeah, let's click on ramp test, and maybe let's click here. Use this test if you are fit or have done a ramp test before. Well, I'm not sure if I'm fit, but I've done the ramp test before. So the ramp test is one of the most convenient and accurate FTP tests available. Yeah, that's what I was mentioning, basically like a cycling fitness score. The ramp test is simply a graded exercise test. Your goal is to ride as close as possible to the target power for as long as you can, until the point at which you can no longer sustain the effort. That is better than I was mentioning, passing out. And I've actually already prepared here the Krzysztofovo údolí, which is funny because that's the route. Because obviously you can pick any route for the ramp test, because it will, like, the watts will be according to the test, not necessarily the elevation of the route where you're riding. But I wanted to pick this Krzysztofovo údolí because it's here in Czechia. It's like the route I've actually ride several times on my own because it's near the Liberec. So yeah, it will be like kind of funny because I realized that I haven't ride any routes on ROUVY from Czechia, even though there's plenty of them, because I'm not really sure if I mentioned that, but ROUVY is a Czech company. So that is actually like another reason why I like it. And if you ever feel like I'm biased to ROUVY, that is mostly because from this reason, that it is like the company from the country I live in, and I think it's totally natural to like wish them the best. So that is the reason. And when I found that out, like when I was starting out with cycling, it was like pretty mind-blowing that such a cool company is from Czechia. So there is officially some other route, like in default, some Norwegian course. I think it's called Strynefjellet or something like that. But I'm gonna keep the Krzysztofovo údolí, and you can also see like from different perspective the route I'm riding actually in real life. So now, without any further ado, let's click on start workout. Yeah, I should hop on the bike maybe. Begin pedaling or press the button to start workout. Okay, so let's clip in. Ooh. Oh, I haven't started pedaling. Ah yeah, there should be a warm-up, right? Yeah, so welcome to ROUVY ramp test. Disclaimer, expect your heart rate to peak towards the end of this test. And that's nice disclaimer. But yeah, I have my heart rate monitor ready. Important, this test is designed to automatically stop when you can no longer maintain the required effort. Sure. And I guess this is the Krastava village. I wasn't just sure because this is usually the direction I go in, like the opposite way. Alright, so I just hop on the toilet real quick. During the warm-up, I know it's not ideal, but I just wanted to be sure that it won't hunt me down in the test. And I also added a Ghost Rider because I think it will be like more motivating, and it will help me to like visually see immediately if I'm going fast enough and hard enough, rather than just checking the cadence or anything else. I guess we can start in like, I don't know, 1.5 minutes, which I can see in the left top corner. But I'm not sure why I don't see the cadence here. It should be here. I have the smart trainer connected just right, I guess, because I always see it. So I'm not really sure why it's not there. So maybe that's also quite smart to like add the Ghost Rider, because I can be basically pedaling like him. And that will be probably like the best indicator for me. We're in the first segment out of 26. Let's see what I got inside me. But yeah, I guess I can overpass him if I would want to. It's not like always he's like, let's say, 5 meters ahead of me and trying to push me all the time. I don't want to push too much, especially at the start where I don't need to. The first few minutes will still feel quite easy. Yeah, it's funny because like I know this route like quite good. It's one of the main routes I always do, or like in most cases. but I never rode it from this direction, so it's kind of new to me, like new perspective, and it's funny to be riding on my TV the route I know and doing the FTP test on it. It would be nice to know how far behind me is the Ghost Rider, but there he is, like that. It's fine because I know I'm riding in a good tempo. When he will surpass me, I will just try to hold as long as I can. And so far we're in the segment 4 out of 26, 180 watts. Yeah, this is the Krastava village. It's literally like 8 kilometers from the place I'm currently now, so that's funny. You should start feeling your breathing getting more labored. Yeah, I do. And I should probably start talk less so I can input as much of oxygen I can. I'm still like looking here, but I can also be looking at the TV. It's getting harder. Remember to keep your cadence high, between 90 and 100. Yeah. Well, for me, I don't see the cadence metric, as I mentioned, so my only metric is the Ghost Rider, who is fortunately now behind me. Oh, there he goes. So I'm kind of afraid that he will surpass me in some moment way too fast and the test will end because it will just drop under that cadence. So I will rather push a bit harder than I should, so it won't punish me with ending the test. 220 watts, segment 6 out of 26. Still a long way to go, I guess. You're doing just great. Thank you. We will see if you will say the same in a few minutes. 240 watts. Yeah. Heart rate over the 150s already. Let's level up the fan intensity as well. Yeah, it's much better. Well, it's getting harder. 240 watts. And the fact that I know that in this particular area of the route is a climb, it isn't helping because it feels in my head that I know there's a climb, but there's also a Ghost Rider, so let's stay ahead of him. Embrace the pain. Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, I changed the gears badly because I'm not usually riding that fast, so it's making a bit more noise than it should, but we need to stay in the test, right? 280 watts now. Oh, yeah, 165 heart rate, almost 300 watts. Segment 10 out of 26. There he is. No. I can't lose him. Push your limits. I'm trying. There's a train. Segment 11 out of 28. I can. 340 watts. My legs are burning. I need to change the gears. No. Nah. I managed to hold on. No. No. You did a great job. This is your FTP. Yeah, now he's slow. You will be rewarded soon with an 8-minute cooldown. Yeah, thank you very much. It's advisable to do an FTP test every 4 to 6 weeks, or at the start or in the end of training plan. Yeah, that is actually why I do it as well, because I want to include, or I want to use some of the ROUVY structured training plans to actually improve with some dedicated training plan, with some low intensity, nothing crazy for me as a beginner. But I want to do it something structured. Last year I did 225, if I mentioned that correctly. Now it's 255. So I guess there is slight progress. And just for the context, I don't know if I mentioned that, I'm now a little bit dizzy. My weight is 94 kilogram and I'm a little bit over 6'3", so I'm quite tall and heavy for the bike, I know, but this is just a reality. And also I think like 2 times, maybe even 3 times, I like jump out of the few last seconds when the test was telling me if you will not push right now, the test will end in like 3 or 4 seconds. So I always try to find the last energy I had and just push it for a few seconds. So it was also fun in retrospect, obviously, not just in the moment. That also helped me to push further, I guess. So I guess ROUVY really did a great job in this, because I don't remember seeing this in my initial FTP test a year ago. But yeah, I gotta say, because the first FTP I did, the FTP test, I didn't have the fan, and I can't say how big of a difference that is to feel some sort of fresh air, quote unquote fresh air, but something a little bit cold coming to your face. So I now fully understand why so many people have been telling me in the comments, like since the beginning, like, buy a fan, you need a fan, come on mate, you need a fan. All of that, I guess I needed to learn that hard way. Definitely not gonna do any more FTP tests without a fan. And we will be ending in that village called Krištofovo údolí. If you want to see it like from even more real perspective, I can say, you can watch some older videos of mine where I documented ride through this beautiful country, village, and we're done. Let's change the gears. New personal records achieved. New FTP 255, 5 minutes power, 301 watts, and 1 minute maximum power 324 watts. Which I guess is kind of funny, because then you can imagine like the pros are holding even more power throughout the whole race in zone 2. Anyway, continue. Yeah, this is the stats of the route. So distance 11k, elevation, yeah, I guess that is not really that important. Average power, zone 1. Yeah, that is the warm-up and the cooldown. I was initially a bit shocked, and 15% of that I spent in zone 6, zone 7 even, yeah. I don't even know I have so many zones. I'm just joking. Average heart rate doesn't look that crazy, obviously again because of the warm-up and the cooldown. Some photos, yeah, so let's upload it to Strava. Yes. And here are some summary. So like the maximum heart rate was 174, I guess, but it wasn't mainly about, I would say, like the breath, but rather the legs. They were just stopping and hurting and burning and everything, so that was the main issue. Okay, so the test is behind me, and I'm happy, because I would say I successfully done it, because I gave it all, and I have nothing more left to add to the final FTP number, even though I don't really care about that 255 it was. For me, it's more important that I gave it all, and secondly, that it is bigger number than it was last time in my first FTP test I did, which I was mentioning. So that is far more important for me, and even though I know it's also not the correct FTP, and more appropriate number will be coming from the 20-minute FTP test, which I will do probably in upcoming weeks. So if you have any recommendations for that, I will gladly listen to them in the comments. And one more recommendation, if I should say, if you're gonna do an FTP test at ROUVY, add that Ghost Rider as well, because it was very, very motivating, and I think it gave me like the extra pushing ability in the end. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that, and now I don't have any energy left to be talking to the camera. I guess I run out of drink as well. So now I'm gonna do and eat some lunch, and I want to thank you guys again for being here. So take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.